In my heart, I definitely feel like a rock climber. But from time to time, deep in my body, there is this hunger for going into the competition and really enjoy sport side of the climbing. I truly don't know how much it is just the ego thing, how much it's the will or hunger to be admired, to show the others, oh my god, I'm the best. But at the same time, it's an interesting personal process how to actually get to know yourself better. Making up the pressure in your mind, in your head, that this is the goal. In 3 or 6 months, I want to be as ready as possible for the next competition. Locking yourself in a climbing gym and just train, sacrificing the rock climbing, and then going out there and under total pressure trying to perform as good as possible. It's an interesting process that you get to learn a lot about yourself. Rock climbing for me is not only a sport, but it's a lifestyle. There's so many different aspects that I really enjoy. It's not only the challenge of trying to climb the world's hardest routes. I love just being out there at the crag, in the nature, going there many different days, seeing the places as they are changing during the seasons. Traveling, meeting new people, it's just so complex. I really enjoy about climbing, even like those endless hours of driving in the car. I just love it all. It's like the best activity I can ever imagine. You know, when I was like 6-7 years old, I was dreaming like, I want to live like that. In my eyes of a little kid, it was like the dream that I could live in the future. And 20 years later, I think I can say I'm exactly living my dream, and it's just so incredible. Competition climbing is the only way how to objectively compare yourself with the others. For sure, it's still really difficult to say if you win world championships that you're the best climber in the world, but at least you climb the highest at that given day on that given route. It's a really interesting game, you know, just not only that day of the competition, but it's also the whole journey, the training, the preparation, going towards that day. Of course, there's lots of possible mistakes you can do during the day of the competitions, but there are even much more mistakes that you can do in the training. The common mistake is that the belief, once you start training really hard, you just have to train as hard as possible. And it's often not really the case. You know, the art of training is also knowing when you should rest, and in order to peak for that day when you really, really need it.
Já jsem nechtěla, abys jako spadnul do těch ramenů, tak jsem chtěla jako v tu chvíli zrovna jako seskočit, ale nestihla jsem si pod sebe dát nohy, takže...
I feel like, you know, the preparation is like 90%, but then there's still the 10% during the day of the competition where you can like show how hard that you have been training and how well you've been training. But also in those 10% you can just turn everything into the dash. The ego thing can motivate you for short amount of time. You know, if I keep training and certain days I'm just tired, maybe not really motivated to train, and you know you really still have to push it, At that moment, maybe I really try to visualize myself, how it's going to be if I do well on competition. But in most of the times, I just don't need to do that because I do enjoy the training. No matter how much I love rock climbing, I still really enjoyed the training as well. And not only the, let's say, climbing training, but also doing all those kind of exercises that in a way maybe are allowing me to push even harder than when I climb. Because when you climb, maybe when you reach a certain point that you're so exhausted, you just fall off because the next move is just way too hard and you don't really have the power anymore. Pět, šest, sedm, osm, devět, 4. If I go for the competition, I have it deep in my mind that I'm sacrificing the rock climbing, something that I love. Maybe 10-15 years ago, if you were only going for the Lead World Cups, it was kind of possible to keep on rock climbing and going for the competitions. But times have changed, the climbing styles in the competitions have changed, and it is very problematic to keep going on a competition, keep climbing on the rock, and be able to be on the top of the game. Especially in bouldering, whose style has changed completely and pretty much couldn't be any different to rock climbing. I would say yes, rock climbing is still a sport, but competition climbing is like the sport in its purest form. And again, I don't mean it in a negative way, I mean it in a positive way, because it really pushes me to challenge myself and to be as good a climber as possible. And in a way, I think during my career, competitions helped me to be stronger, fitter, and more confident for my outdoor projects as well. Ja. Lepí to jako prase.
Lepší to být nemůže. Ne.
Já myslím, že ne, no.
Myslím taky, že ne. A fouká, no. Bude to trošku dobrodružný.
Really good. The whole work we have to do before I start climbing is kind of adventurous, but it's worth it because I think the conditions are amazing.
Další pokus by byl jako asi docela, nevím, no. Velmi šílený mi to přijde, protože když říkal, že by 8B plus dal 2krát po sobě, který já nemůžu vylízt, a tohle ještě prodloužení mnohem jako delšího. Ale tak pro Adama asi super i tady to trénování toho tlaku. podle mě jako na olympiádu je to skvělé.
Teď zaber! Pojď! To zaber! Stop! Yes! Jaký je? To byly nervózní.
If there wasn't the Olympics, I must say it's quite possible that I would not be competing anymore. I won a lot of competitions. The fact whether you win World Championships 3, 4, 5 times, it doesn't really change that much, and the experience is still kind of similar. But the Olympics, for the first time ever, that's a huge source of motivation. And the preparation will be the biggest challenge that I've ever faced.